What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and today we are behind the R1T studios because EVBase has sent out some mud flaps for me to check out for the truck. All right, so check this out. We got some instruction manual. We got the T20, T25, and T30 wrench, as well as M6 by 30 torx screws and washers. And here it is, the mud flaps themselves. So on one side it's like a glossy finish, and on the other side is like textured. And these ones up here are for the front ones, and these ones back here are for the rear. Now these look like they're for both R1T and R1S because the holes have indicators of which one to use. For instance, this hole right here is for the R1T, and this hole right here is for the R1S. We are going to take a quick look at how the R1T looks like without the mud flaps. Check it out, limestone, dual motor performance. Ooh wee! Alright, so according to the instructions, there are 4 screws we need to remove. One down there, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I removed the screws, and I'm not really sure which side to face the tire, either the textured side or the glossy, shiny side. So I'm probably, because I think you could go either way, as you can see. You could go either way. The holes are lining up, so maybe it's just for preference, but I think I'm going to go with the glossy side facing the tire, or facing the front. What do y'all think? So if not, I could always unscrew it and flip them around. Okay, so we got it fitted in, screwed in and everything. Let me know what y'all think. Don't have to really remove anything, and I'm using the existing screws, the 4 screws right there. I figured the glossy side should be facing the tire, so as mud and water splash, it's gonna slide right off because it's that glossy, shiny, smooth surface. Yeah, so that's what it is right there. Pretty sturdy. Okay, so we're on the rear one, and there's 3 screws for the R1T. There's this screw, and there's actually a screw right down here. Now you remove these with the T20 wrench, and I believe at the bottom is a T25. All of it is included in the kit. It even comes with like this L bracket, and what it's supposed to do is make it attached like this for a 3rd screw for support. Okay, so for the rear, where it says R1T and R1S, that's where you put the head of the screw. That's where the side is. And the L bracket, that's where the nut is. We're gonna tighten it up. Okay, so on the left, this is the screw and washer that came out from the bottom. And on the right, this is what EVBase provides you that you're going to use instead. So the screw is a little bit longer, and the washer seems to be either the same size or it's a little bit smaller. Let's see. It's a little bit smaller, actually. Thickness-wise, it's the same, but it's a longer screw, probably to compensate from the thicker mud flap that you have to install. Alright, so you're going to use the existing screw for these 2 right here. Alright, and so this is the that L bracket with the screw and the bottom. Okay, so even though it's tightened up a little bit, it actually still moves around. So at least I could still move it around, and yeah, you could tighten it. Tighten it first before you put the mud flap. All right, let's try this again. yeah, so I could move it around still and able to line it up. So there's two holes, one on the far, like closer to the edge, and one more towards the middle. The one for the R1T is the one at the closer to the edge. There it is. This is the rear driver side, and pretty sturdy. So I ran into a little bit of a problem. This plastic cover actually, when I took one of the screws out, it became misaligned, so I'm gonna have to probably remove a couple more screws to line them up, because this hole right here is not lining up. And I don't know if you could see from the edge right here, it popped out. So I'm gonna have to try to realign it or something. But just more work. All right, so we got it all installed. Had a little issue in the back, but I'll show that to you. But these are the front driver side. They're pretty, they're in there. They're in there. They're not like plush or anything, but they're pretty secure. Now these are driver's side rear, so it's right there. It's not just like a gap, but it'll hold. I double checked everything. The only thing is Rivian put like screws with a pointy end, not machine screws, but so if these screws come off, it could puncture a tire. Not yours maybe, but someone behind you. That kind of sucks. Wonder if I could find a replacement for it. I'll get the size from Rivian and see. But yeah, these are the ends of these are pointy. They're not the machine screws where it's not pointy. But yeah, so that's the rear. So what I should have done is set it on off-road mode and set the suspension to its highest setting, just so that when working in the rear, it was easier to go under. I mean, it was easy anyway on, I think, normal height, but it's much easier to crawl under and make some adjustments, because the bottom cover, for whatever reason, when I removed one of those screws, just shifted. And there's actually clips down there that are not like clipped. So when I go in for service, I'm gonna have them take a look and just double check things, because they're not like latched on. But what do you think? I like them. I thought I was gonna remove them if I ever go off-roading, but they are clear. They're cleared from the floor. Right now we are on the highest setting, off-road highest height setting. And yeah, it's clear. You could clear it. So if you ever go off-roading, so they're not too low, not like the Model Y mud flaps. So not that it matters or anything, but you're clearing about 17 inches from the tip of the mud flap. But this is off-road mode and at its highest setting. And the front looks like 15 and a half from the ground. Okay, we are on standard all-purpose mode with standard ride height, and tip of that is close to 14 inches off the ground. This is the rear mud flap. The front mud flap, the tip is about 11 3/8 inches off the ground. Okay, so we are sport mode on low setting. It's about 12 5/8 inches, or 12 and a half inches. Front mud flap is about 9 7/8 inches. That's pretty much about it. Once again, thank you to EVBase for sending out these mud flaps for the Rivian R1T. I have links in the description below, plus any discounts I will also list it in the description below if you guys want to go and pick some up. Actually, the discount works on all purchases throughout their website, so go check them out. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.